Hi everyone, it's Kate from the Fold Line. I am back this week to talk to you about the most popular releases of 2025. I always like to sneak back on between Christmas and New Year, and I hope you all had a lovely one, feeling rested, probably thinking that you want to eat a vegetable or a salad by now. But yeah, I hope you all had a good one. So I'm going to talk through, the top 10 releases of this year in order, and I'm wondering whether you guys can guess them, or some of you might own some, but I'm going to start with, drumroll, the most popular pattern release of this year is the Fabric Godmother Aspen dress. PDF only for this one. Sizing is a UK 6 to 28. Why has this been so popular? Well, it's heavily inspired, let's say, by a very viral dress by Aline, I think it was last year. And as soon as it came out, I actually bought one because I wanted to try one on and see what it felt like. And it's such a nice shape. And identical to that. So zip up the front, big pockets on the chest, little collar, and then it's got a gathered skirt. It's not there's not loads and loads. It's not a huge amount of gathering. So it's kind of, it's just proportionally, they've absolutely nailed it. It also works fantastically in winter and summer. The short sleeves are great for summer, obviously long sleeves for winter. But yes, this has been the most popular. Have you made it? I'm interested to know who's made, let me know who's made what out of this, because I'm intrigued. And do you wear it a lot? Because this is what I think, if you're going to make stuff, you want to get a lot of wear out of it. So that is our number one pattern of this year. Next up, which is really nice because I think this is a fantastic basic, the Maker's Atelier flared shirt. PDF only for this. Sizing is a UK 4 to 20. I'll show you some pictures so you can see what's going on. Super chic, super simple. It's a really great basic. I can see why it's been popular. It's a good addition to every wardrobe. Again, there is a sleeveless variation and a long sleeve, and I really like the proportion of the sleeve on the long one. It's quite wide and boxy, and other lovely details are in it for me are that really nice thick hem on it. So it's on the sleeve, on the bottom, and also there's that nice kind of placket that goes round this neckline. I just think it's what is obviously super timeless piece, something that I think you could make in 5 different colours, and then you've basically got a kind of life uniform. So I can totally see why this has been a really popular, but that is coming in at number 2. Number 3, which I am a real fan of, is the Madswick Ginko Pinafore. PDF only for this, and sizing is a UK 6 to 34. Why has this been so popular? Well, people absolutely love a pinafore dress. There are 2 in the top 10 this year. The thing I think that's really clever about this is there's different ways that you can wear it to make it look totally different. So if I show you the line drawing, you can see what is going on. You can either wear it with it's got a V-neck on one side and a square neck on the other. You can wear it either way round, so it automatically looks totally different depending on which way round you wear it. You can also tie it completely differently. So you can tie it so that it ties at the back. You can have it so that it ties at the front. There are little ties so you can tie it at the waist and have it really nice and boxy. But I'll show you some pictures of all the different variations so you can see what's going on. And it's just what a versatile piece that you can kind of totally change it. And I just love the idea that you can kind of mix things up and wear it in loads of different ways. So this is why it's been so popular. It feels like you make one piece and you get loads of different options with it. So that one is rolling in at number 3. Number 4, another really nice simple classic, is the Sew 7 Revel topper. And actually now I'm looking at this, it's actually got a very similar feel to the Maker's Atelier one. So it's quite interesting what is really popular. Really good core basics will always be super popular, which I'm always pro. So if we have a look at the line drawing for this, really lovely shape. It's got grown on sleeves. You can either have them so they're kind of little cap sleeves or slightly longer. You can also then make them full length if you want a kind of really wide statement sleeve. The shorter sleeves then have French darts underneath the bust, which is really lovely. And then it's got this lovely little kind of collar detail, which feels quite vintage with that kind of sewn in bib underneath, which I really love, that sort of detail on a top. But again, it's just like a really good classic. The proportions of it are really nice. It's cut quite short and you can tuck it in or you can have it out depending on what you like, but it's just a really good solid pattern. So that is coming in at number 4. Number 5, another Pinafore dress, the Tammy Handmade Margo Pinafore. This is PDF only, sizing on this is UK 6 to 32. I featured this in my autumn trends post. This shape is really on trend this season, particularly the V-neck version. It's a really nice simple mate. You can make it with a kind of square neckline or this V. There are bust darts, optional patch pockets on the front. Actually really nice and simple. So if you haven't made anything for New Year and you wanted to whip up something quite simple, a sparkly version of this would look amazing with a little top underneath. So yeah, it's a really lovely pattern and it's been super popular. So number 6, we have got the Matchy Kite pants. Second, 2 pairs of barrel leg trousers. This is the first one. These are fab. They've been super popular. Matchy, I just love their patterns. They use really interesting, particularly in their samples, they've got such interesting colour play because they sell fabric, so you can kind of recreate these, but they're just super inspiring. So let's have a little old look at the line drawing. You can see it's elasticated waist, ding ding jackpot, super simple for construction, really nice pocket details on the front and the back. And the interesting thing is the pocket goes into these side seams, which give it that sort of barrel shape. They're cut so they sit sort of at your ankle. They've made a quilted variation of this, which would be really, really fun to wear. So yeah, so that's coming up at number 6. Number 7, we have got Elle Stitch Sage Jacket. This is really lovely, lovely pattern, a really kind of core basic. I would like to have one of these as a sort of house cardigan. It's basically a very simple quilted jacket, V-neck, buttons down the front. You can also make it so it's got little ties, which I think is really great and very much kind of on trend at the moment. There are also pockets, slanted pockets on the front, and you can make it, if you don't want to have any fastenings on the front as well, you don't have to. Haven't said anything important about these. PDF only, sizing is UK 6 to 24, and it's got a nice kind of bound edge on this, so it would be a really fun project, and I like the variation they've done where they've quilted the fabric, so it's quite a nice one. Could be a good stash buster. Next up, we've got the Sew.lala Cleo blouse and top. This is coming in at number 8. PDF only for this. Sizing is a UK 6 to 34. This, I can see why it's been super popular. This is a really good value for money pattern. There are so many variations on it that you can really make it your own. So I'm going to show you the line drawing so you can see what I am talking about. It's almost overwhelming, the number of options that you can make. It can be V-neck, it can be round neck. You can have buttons down the front. There are different sleeve lengths as well. So it feels like the sort of pattern that you could make in lots of different fabrics and it would look totally different. You can make different variations of it. And also I find with tops, once I've got a like shape and style that I like, I would quite often like them in multiple kind of colours and variations. And yeah, it just feels like a really nice kind of core top that I think well, obviously it's been super popular and I can totally see why, because you just get good value for money, which is also something that I think we're all looking for. So coming in at number 10, we've got number 9, the Wardrobe by Me Dukke blouse. This is really good pattern and I loved it when it came out, and I wasn't sure, I was surprised to see it in the top 10, but I'm delighted because I think it's a great one. So paper and PDF available for this one. Sizing is a UK 4 to 26. This is really great because you can wear it as a shirt or you can wear it as a jacket. You can make it in different fabrics and it will feel totally different. The thing that I really loved about this when I spoke about it originally is that it's got a very neat little collar on. It's almost like a little sailor collar. which I think is really nice. It's quite, it adds a sort of like a feminine feel to a kind of classic worker style jacket, and I really like that sort of play of the two. Very nice and simple. You can see that it's got bust darts, button down the front, pocket on the chest. But yeah, super simple. You can leave the pocket off if you don't want to, and yeah, wear it however you like it. So you make it something heavier, and it can be kind of jacket, or you can have it, I mean, really, you can make it in a medium weight cotton and then have it as a shirt, and then you can wear it open in the summer with something kind of underneath. But yeah, it's been very, very popular. So last but not least, we've got the Helen's Closet Falconer pants. These are lovely and have been super popular. Barrel leg trousers again, so that's our second pair of barrel leg trousers. PDF only, sizing is a UK 6 to 34. So let's have a little look at the line drawing, because they've got interesting seam lines, this pattern. So you can see it sits high-waisted. It's got a very nice little narrow waistband, button fly. Interesting details with this is that it has a seam going down the front, kind of 2/3 of the way around the front of the leg, and it's same at the back. And there is a pocket that is caught into the front seam and the back seam, so it kind of wraps around the side of your leg, which I think is really interesting. There are two different cuts on the trouser, so you can either cut it so it's slightly wider leg, or you can cut it so that it is barrel leg. And yeah, it's just been a really good, popular pattern, and it's nice to have a trouser that's got some kind of interest on it, particularly like these patterns that have got an interesting seam lines running down the front of the leg. I think it's interesting. So that is it from me. I'm sorry if you heard Edie being in the background making little like woofs. She's very upset that the builders are still here ruining her life, so she's on high alert. Yes, so I'll be back in the new year with some more videos, but have a lovely rest of the year. Enjoy this little patch. I always love this kind of bit between Christmas and New Year where everything is a bit quiet and you can go off and do some stuff. So I hope you managed to get a little bit of sewing done, or if not, just planning and thinking about what you want to start sewing for next year. And yeah, I'll be back soon. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye.